Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Comic Cave Podcast. My name is Chris, here with my hetero life mate, Mr.
Russ.
And we are doing a new segment on Comic Cave Podcast entitled Comic Cave Reviews. And today we will be reviewing The Three Jokers. So, Russell, The Three Jokers has been a concept that was let out to us by, 2017?
For 16.
2016? It came with the Mobius chair,
right,
where Batman was like, "Who are the Jokers?
Who is the Joker?"
And then the Mobius chair told him, and he was like, "What?" And then cut.
Yeah.
That's it. And then Doomsday Clock happened, which I thought that was supposed to happen, and then so many Doomsday Clock, as we know, dragged on forever. It just recently ended.
Right.
And then we finally get the Three Jokers. Everyone was anticipated by this storyline. Everyone's like, oh my god, the Three Jokers. When they announced it, everyone was like, hell yes. Whenever they started coming out, people were like, yeah, it was good. First one was good. Second one was okay. Third one, a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people liked it. It
split the fan base for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I'm like, perfect. There was a few things in there that were not good.
Yeah, I wouldn't say perfect, but it's definitely... Right. I really enjoyed it.
It's been a while since a comic book hit me right here. Like, it was like, So let's get into the review of The Three Jokers, book number 1. Russell, I don't want to go in everything page by page, but at the end, the clown dies, shot in the head by Jason Todd.
My first reaction on book 1 was I definitely loved how they handled Jason Todd's character as the Red Hood. Mm-hmm. I felt like the writing on it was so, like, I loved the scene when he was interrogating the Jokerized person in the ambulance.
Yes.
And the immediate like rift that caused between Batman and him. Of like, this dude doesn't need to be handled in that way, and he's like, no, this dude's a pedophile, this dude's like all types of bad still himself.
Jason Todd never liked him.
Yeah, he doesn't care,
and that's for good reason why. I mean,
right.
Damn. But The Three Jokers, it's the first issue. I think it started off really good. It started off with a big bang. It started off like, holy crap. Yeah. Did he really kill that Joker? Is that a real Joker that he shot in the head?
Yeah.
It was the clown Joker, and so there were 3 Jokers. The concept goes, or the story goes, there are 3 Jokers. One Joker we introduced was the comedian, the gangster, and the clown. Mm-hmm. The clown was the Joker from that killed Jason Todd, that beat him to death with the crowbar. The killing joke Joker was the gangster.
We don't know that 100%.
No, comedian. Sure. Sorry, the comedian Joker was the killing joke Joker, and then you have the gangster Joker.
Yeah, it wasn't... You're saying that the clown Joker was the one that killed Jason Todd, but then we get in the second book, the comedian Joker kind of saying some things that could have alluded it to being him as well.
Oh, yes.
So it's kind of up for debate on which one's which, but...
And so Jason Todd straight up shoots him in the head, and there was a whole big kerfuffle at the end because Barbara was like, what do you do? What did you just do? And Jason Todd's like...
You wanted it to happen.
Right,
too.
You wanted... He's like, look at your battering. When was the last time you missed? So you wanted this just as I did. And that comic book ends, and so we pick up on the second one. The second one, I'm gonna be honest with you, I read it, wasn't that very memorable.
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
No, I agree. It was kind of like the not plateau to the storyline, so to speak.
It was a filler episode. It was a filler comic.
It was still good though. I don't know.
But then we wrap it up with the third book of the Three Jokers, and a lot of stuff went down. A lot of heartbreaking stuff. It was heavy. Yeah. It was really heavy. We see that it is the gangster Joker is making other clones of the Jokers.
They all kind of are.
Right. And so the ultimate goal was they kidnap Joe Chill because they wanted him to be another Joker.
Right.
And so whenever they started doing that, Batman was like alluding to like what's going on. Batman finds him. Well, all 3 of them, they find him.
They set their differences aside in order to work together because book 2 was really going more into their relationship and the dynamics between each of them.
I know, but the gangster was like, the first one's dead. Did you do it? Like, how did he know? Like, how did he was very mad at the comedian Joker. But to wrap it all up, the comedian Joker, I feel, book 3, kind of made him the mastermind of it all, because the comedian Joker ends up killing the gangster. No, not the gangster Joker. The gangster Joker. Yeah. The comedian ends up killing the gangster Joker, and you see Batman like, what the fuck?
Let's back it up a little bit. The motive behind all of this, them creating the ultimate Joker, is that they want Joker to be all that is in Batman's mind. Like, they want to be the driving force to him, and they felt like the best way to do that, or really the gangster Joker mostly felt like the best way to do that, was to have the person who killed his parents become a Joker, because then that would kind of like bring a full story thing to him, and yeah, Bruce Wayne, like, that would be literally all that's like that's what made Batman. So like, therefore, in a way, the Joker makes Batman, and like then their relationship becomes even more symbiotic than what it already is.
But little did Joker know, Batman kind of forgives Joe Chill.
He was in the process.
And to be honest with you, I thought Joe Chill died a long time ago. I'm assuming that was New 52?
Yeah, probably different.
And in Rebirth, I think, but I could have swore Joe Chill died like a long time ago.
But you gotta remember, this is a Black Label book as well, so technically, if this story doesn't do well, they can just write it off and be like, oh, that happened like in a Elseworld type deal. And
I thought it was so I thought it was so great how Batman and the...
It was very cinematic, the way that they were having Joe Chill kind of explain his motivation for what he did in that alleyway, and that that dialogue happening while Bruce is in the theater, while Batman's in the theater, kind of like breaking him down and trying to save him and capture the Jokers and all that. It was very... And it was just very beautifully put together, in my opinion.
He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know, like... I was angry at the time, and the only thing I wanted people to feel my pain, so he killed Thomas and Martha Wayne. And in that storyline, Bruce Wayne, like, he knew he knew what was going on, but he didn't really come to terms with it. And so Joe Chill was like, I'm sorry. It reminded me of the Joker movie, the one with Joaquin Phoenix, whenever we saw Thomas and Martha Wayne get shot, because in that movie, Thomas Wayne was like an arrogant, kind of political figure in the Gotham universe. So he got shot. He's like, he called everyone clowns. People took offense to that. So I feel like it kind of reminded me of that.
It did play a little bit on that concept of him saying, like, he thought that the Waynes were this one type of just richer people playing off the poor and shit like that. So
and Joe Chill's like, if I could, I would take it all back.
Because then he realized that they were actually good people.
He was trying to help out. They were trying to help out Gotham and everything. So, and just God, it was so cinematic. It was so great. It was awesome. And whenever Joe Chill was on Batman saves Joe Chill from the burning theater, and it just... I
feel like the ending was also a little bit ironic. So the comedian Joker ends up shooting gangster Joker, and when he's at the very end, he's like, having a conversation with
in the paddy wagon,
while he's being hauled off, and he's sitting there telling him, he's like, well, the gangster Joker wanted the Joker to have an origin,
right?
And he's saying, but it's better that, like, I don't have an origin, and that I am just this chaos and idea, and that way he can thrive, like, in that element. But then it's ironic that they're saying that that's the clown Joker, and that the killing Joker is presumably... They didn't necessarily say for sure, but they're saying that. So it's ironic that he says that he's the one with an origin out of the three that we know.
Possible origin, yeah. But, and it gets so much better at the end. So in that paddy wagon, Joker's like, you know what? I wanted you to make peace with Joe Chill, because I know that was eating you from inside. I know that was one of your pains. But now that you've made peace with Joe Chill,
I can be your focus.
I can be your entire focus. I can be your entire reason for being, like me, like it's almost like a sadistic relationship that they have together. Like like Joker is not
he wants to be the one that
it's not a romantic relationship, but I want to be the one focus. That you that's why I killed the kids that got in our way, Barbara and everybody, and Jason Todd and all the kids. Like, they were just
Pawns.
Like they got in our way between our love fest. They got in the way between what we have together. It's just me and Batman. But now that I've made you made peace with your past, I can be your full focus. I can be the one that you go after. It
doesn't have to be JoJo.
God, yeah, and a lot of people missed that. A lot of people didn't understand the whole reasoning for the Joker doing what he did, and that was the scene. I don't even
think that was the biggest issue. So getting into the reason why people are so divided, a lot of people didn't like this story arc because it's the three Jokers, and the whole concept going back to 2016 was that we wanted an answer of who the three Jokers are. But I think that what this book did and what this arc did and what it cemented was that anybody can be the Joker, and that's the point. The identities of the Joker are the clown, the comedian, and the gangster. Those are the three identities, and it cements the idea that yes, technically anybody could be this. I don't think that we need an origin. I don't think that we need the exact identities to be given away, and honestly I feel like that would take away from the Joker character. I feel like this was a good way to answer it without answering it, so to speak.
It was a great coup.
Right.
Like a swerve, basically, just to go around it. But, man, when I saw Joker and how passionate he was in that paddy wagon, he's all beat up and everything. He's like, I am your focus. I am the one. And presumably, that comedian Joker is the Joker from Killing Joke. So he kind of
does have an origin.
Have an origin, which leads us to the end of the book, which I thought was, holy crap. They have to continue this. They have to,
in the future.
Right? They have to touch upon this again. Now I'm gonna let you speak on the ending because I have my own little issues, not issues, but I have my own. Wow, what the F was that? Like that just.
So there's two parts to the ending. There's the part where Batman flat out says, "Well, no, I've known who the Joker is this entire time," and by that he's saying, I feel like this also cements that this is speculation, but it cements that the comedian Joker is like the original Joker, because way back when he's saying I already knew the identity, meaning that he had to pick up the identity from early on in their confrontation, and once he figured out who it was, there's no point in trying to figure out who the other two are because he already thought that he knew who the one was. So then we find out about the Joker's kid and wife still being alive and that they were taken into custody because they were scared of that character. But then there's also the dynamic between Jason Todd and Barbara Gordon and their little relationship.
I didn't care for that at all. Even Barbara was like, because Jason Todd was like, hey, should we? And Barbara's like,
but no, what she says to her dad at the very end, saying what I do with him is my business, that tells me that no, she was considering it. She just was afraid of what that relationship could be like. So him leaving the note and all that, it's poetic, and this is the reason why when you write a letter to a girl, you don't stick it on the door, you slide it under the door. Like that doesn't even make sense. Like, you gonna just try to stick it on the door.
But personally, how would you think? Barbara. Okay, so Barbara's dating Dick. She's dated Tim. Now Jason Todd. She's
the bat slut.
She's the Robin groupie. If you're a Robin, she'll date you. So Damian Wayne, watch yourself.
Right.
Even though Damian Wayne's a kid, who knows,
Yeah.
But I didn't care. They just kissed, and Jason Todd was like, "Should we?"
But no, it wasn't just the kiss. It was the fact that she was there for him and tried to explain to him that no, we all care for you.
Right.
It's there's more to it than just the kiss.
I think the kiss was like it was in the heat of the moment. It was like just passionate, I guess.
I get that.
But I didn't care for much of. Like I said, I didn't care. And then also Barbara Gordon's dated Bruce, so let's not forget about that.
That's true.
She's the Bat
Not
family
dated,
whore.
just slept with.
She's the Bat family whore, and she also got pregnated by him too in a new storyline of the animated series arc.
Yeah.
And but I didn't care for much. I'm like, I didn't want to see. I don't want to see a Jason Todd Barbara Gordon storyline like that. But what I was like, what the hell? So the kid and his mother from The Killing Joke, they're alive. As you've read The Killing Joke, as it goes, is they died. They died horribly, tragically, and Jack wasn't there. The Joker wasn't there. That's which eluded him to turn to the Red Hood, to fall in the vat of chemicals, and to become the Joker. Can you imagine going through all that suffering and going through all that, and the one thing that made you thought died is still alive?
Yeah.
So Joker has a kid out there I know Joker has had kids, but this is his kid from his kid.
All right.
And the woman that he loves is alive now. She went off. The cops as it goes in the comic, the cops who went over there to check up on them. Joker was a domestic violence guy, so the cops felt sorry for her, and they're like, you know what, the guys at the office, the guys at the precinct, we gathered up some money so you can get the hell out of here, and we'll just tell him that you died. So, but that wasn't the case at all, and Batman knew this all along.
Yeah.
I think she was. I can't remember somewhere. She's somewhere in Alaska.
That's honestly like a real big joke towards the Joker. Like the fact that Batman knew the entire time and told him.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, what the fudge? Like, Joker. Yeah, you'd be like, Joker, this is a fucking joke. Yeah. Like, this is the like I know, at the end of the Killing Joke, Joker makes Batman laugh, but this is the punchline right here. This is the joke. The one thing that turned me into a life of criminal, the life of suffering, and the reason why I am
didn't even have to be.
Didn't even have to be. It didn't even have to be like that. He could have just been a failed comedian and working at a 9-to-5 job.
And an abusive husband, but you know.
But damn. And so I wonder if they're going to touch upon that in the future of like, this is your son.
On how well the story does.
You know, maybe Joker, and the Joker's a smart guy. Maybe he knows that they're alive. He just chose to leave them alone because he loves them that much. I don't know.
No.
But
I don't think so.
Oh my God, I can't not wait for that storyline to be told whenever Joker finds out, hey, your wife and kid, they're alive. And he's, what the fuck? They're in Alaska. That would be so great. And I feel like Joker would... That kid can be the continuation of the Joker story. You know how in the Joker Return of the Batman, the Joker made Jason Todd... Tim Drake into a Joker? That could possibly happen again.
To his kid.
Right. Damn, the possibilities are endless. But I thought that was great. A lot of people didn't like that. I thought that was like pure poeticness. Like, that's like, damn.
Yeah, I thought the whole story was really
great.
Well written.
But overall, what would you give the Three Joker story arc? Did you like it? Would you recommend it? Would you be like, hey guys, you should go check it out? Check it out.
I would probably give it like an 8. It's definitely high ranked in my opinion. I think it was beautifully told. I do think that anybody who has that issue with just the fact that they didn't give names, I feel like you're missing the point, and that they did give the identity, so to speak, and that's just my opinion. The only thing that I didn't really like, that really did kind of irk me with the whole story, and not even just the story, with the series, is honestly the panels and how it was drawn. I did like the drawings were great. That's not what I mean. But I like more dynamics within the story, and it was just frame.
It was classic.
Yeah, and I just, for this new modern story, I feel like if they would have actually blurred the literal lines within the drawings of the comics and had some more image over top of image, more modern kind of style, that I would have enjoyed more of a dynamic feel to the actual drawings and depiction itself, and not just frame. But that, other than that, no.
And we have I agree with you, 8.5 out of 10. I liked it. I mean, other people, they wanted more out of it. I actually don't know what they wanted more out of it.
They wanted an answer to the names. Like, that's the biggest complaint that I hear. Like,
everyone didn't like that Joker film because they gave him a possible origin.
And that's the whole Jack Nicholson, though. They they do that from time to time.
Right, but as we remember in the Joker movie, his name wasn't Arthur Fleck. He was I can't remember how that goes because it's been a while since I've seen that movie, but his name wasn't Arthur Fleck. He was an abused child, and he was adopted. So he doesn't really have an origin. We don't really know where he comes from.
Right.
So for people to say they want to see an origin, that is what drives the Joker story. We don't know where he came from. We don't know who he is. He's a mystery. He's an enigma. Yeah, Speaking of enigma, we're drinking Enigma brand coffee. You'll never guess what's inside. But like, I liked it so much. It's one of the best storylines of 2020. We have a fan out there, Mr. Moriarty, talking to you. He disagrees with us. So Mr. Moriarty, you are called out. What is the best comic book storyline of 2020? You've been called out, sir. Respond. Comment down below. But Russell, I think that'll wrap it up for us here at Comic Cave Podcast. Comic Cave Reviews, The Three Jokers. Next time, we'll be reviewing The Ronin. TMNT, The Ronin.
I'm excited for that one.
The Last Ronin. I've already started reading episode 1. I keep calling them episodes. I already started reading book 1. I like where they're going. I like who they chose. He doesn't know yet. I like who they chose.
I'm going to read it today.
Right. But that'll be all for that'll be it for us here at Comic Cave Podcast. My name is Chris.
I'm Russ.
Until next time, peace.